everyone, and this is what we are waking up to this morning. It is heavily snowing. I'm taking the video through my bedroom window so you can't really see the flakes. I'm going to go to the front and show you how big the flakes are. We are having quite the storm. The flakes are incredible. I've never seen such big, huge snowflakes. It is crazy and actually quite beautiful. You know, I'm a winter person. I like cold weather and snow, so this is right up my alley. However, I'm supposed to get out today, so I don't know how great this is going to be. All right, it is my teacher retirement meeting today. We're going to have it in spite of the snow that we're having. So anyway, I am wearing a Banana Republic very light mock neck turtleneck. This is an old Anthropologie sweater that has a hoodie back to it, and it's pretty light, but it's still warm, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but it really is. And then of course my J.CREW jeans that I always love, just boutique shoes. I was going to wear sandals, but that ain't going to happen today. So anyway, this is what I'm going to wear today. Now, my friend is going to come and pick us up. We're going to pick up, let's see, 3 people and kind of carpool today, which we don't usually do, but I'm kind of excited that we're going to get to do that. So I will talk to you when I get home from my meeting. All right, I am home from my meeting, and we literally blew down the road. Our meeting today was in a different town, so my friend offered to drive. Let's see, there were 4 of us, so that was 5 people to the town, and it was so windy she could hardly keep the car in the road. But anyway, we appreciated her driving and getting us there back and home safely. So I am in the house, a little disheveled, but that's okay. So what I'm going to show you today, I am making some, ooh, can you hear the wind? I mean, it is just, you can really hear the wind in my skylight up here. It's just tremendous. It's just horrible. I don't know if you can hear that or not, but anyway, the wind is really, really bad. So what I did this morning before I left is I put on some chicken breast to cook while I was gone, and some chicken broth, of course, and lime juice, white wine vinegar, garlic, seasonings like cumin, Mexican oregano, chili powder, coriander. Anyway, the garlic was going for a little while in oil, and then I added the chicken and I let that cook while I was gone, which the meeting was at 10 o'clock. We left at 9:30, so I got home. It's nearly 12:30, so that's been going 3 hours. So I broke up the chicken, shredded it all up, and then I added my other ingredients. I have 3 bell peppers, a green, an orange, and a yellow, half of a large onion, a can of black beans, a can of fire roasted tomatoes. I have a can of corn, yellow kernel corn. I also added some potato because I needed to fix some potatoes that I'd had over here on the counter. So I thought, to make it really hearty today, since it's really chilly and cold and we had a little snow, I wanted it to be very hearty. So I added some potato as well. It looks really good, it smells really good, and I think it'll be good. So here is a little bit full, but that's okay because I added some extra chicken broth. But this is going to simmer and cook for probably 3 or 4 more hours, and that will really get all those flavors blended together. We had a wonderful breakfast this morning, and I will insert pictures showing you what we had. It was really, really nice. program today, one of the ladies that is a member is a resident of the town. She was explaining how the Polish people got in to this part of the country many years ago. And a lot of it was because there was just a lot of land available in this part of Texas. We live in the upper part of the Texas Panhandle. And so back in the days when everybody was migrating over here, they came over to settle and buy up the land. And so all of that area, which would be, let's see, which would be northeast of us, you know, that's where they all came from. So it was really interesting to hear her story and where they got started and how they got here. So another thing that I would like to do today, I have an unboxing, a special unboxing to do. So now that my soup is on and ready to go and simmering, I can get into that part of my video. So I'm just going to sit here at my kitchen island so I can kind of keep an eye on my soup and do this unboxing. Now back at Christmas time, my husband had given me another gift card. I hope that you guys aren't tired of hearing about the gift cards that my husband gives me. He does give me a lot. Every, you know, celebration of holidays or whatever we have, I usually get some sort of gift card because he never really knows exactly what to get me. So by letting me choose my own gifts, that's what he thinks makes me happy, and it's just fine. I don't mind at all. Sometimes he will give me some cash to go shopping or something. So anyway, I have held on to this Tory Burch box since Christmas. And I looked on her site and I really just didn't see anything that I wanted. I thought I wanted a red purse because that was something that I did not have. Did I need a red purse? Not necessarily. Red is not my color. It's my husband's favorite color, but it's not really a color that I'm drawn to. I don't wear much red. I like it. I really love all the colors of the rainbow and beyond, but I just, you know, I'm not necessarily drawn to red. So anyway, this is what the gift card comes packaged in. It's really pretty. The Tory Burch, I guess this is the pattern that they use for their boxing, and has an orange little elastic band that comes around it with the Tory Burch emblem here. And so when you get into the box, here's what the little card presentation looks like, and it has a little sleeve that the card comes in. And of course I've already taken that card out and I have used it, and I did it on the site. And the reason I went ahead and did it through the site is because I don't think that we're ever going to be making another trip to San Marcos. San Marcos is the closest Tory Burch, and actually it's an outlet. That's the closest store that I would probably get to. There might be one in Dallas, but we just don't go to Dallas that often. And if we do, it's just for a reason to see my niece and not necessarily to go shopping. So yeah, that's what it comes in. And of course there's an extra padding down here in the box, but it's presented very nicely with the card and everything. So yes, I hung on to the card because I wanted to remember that I had already used it. So I'm just going to keep it for a while. I don't know why I do that, but I do. I just keep it for a little while until I start cleaning things out again, and it usually goes to the byway. But anyway, it's a nice box. So the box came, I believe it was last Friday, and this is Tuesday. And my husband was asking me, why have you not opened your box yet? And I said, well, I just haven't had time to do an official unboxing. He even asked me, are you going to do an unboxing on your channel with your purchase? And I said, yeah, I will do that. I think he thinks it's kind of fun. He does not want to have anything to do with my channel. He doesn't want to be on it. He doesn't want me to take pictures. But of course he's interested in what I'm doing and encourages me in that way, which is sweet. But at the same time, he just assumed not be on it. I always kind of enjoy the families whose husbands join right in. I think that's kind of cute. but it's not John's thing, and I'm certainly not going to force that on him if he's not comfortable. So anyway, this came last Friday. Now I've already split this open so you don't have to hear all of that. And it opens like this, which I've always loved boxes that open in this fashion. I just think it's kind of neat. And then attached to the brown paper is a thank you from the company with a little gold seal holding the card. And it just says, thank you for being a part of our community. Together through the Tory Burch Foundation, we are supporting women entrepreneurs. Love, Tory, which I think that's kind of nice. So I'm going to get into that. Now, what I have ordered is another purse. I had thought about ordering some shoes, but I had ordered shoes a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and they were slides, and I did show them in my video when I was talking about my semi-designer purses, Tory Burch, Coach, Dooney and Burke, those kind of things. And I did show those, and I really like the shoes. They're just fine, but I don't really have a desire for another pair. I sort of like her shoes that are similar to Birkenstocks, but at this time I just don't really need a pair of sandals, so I'm not going to, get something right now that I don't need. So you're saying, so you need another purse since you've had a video that shows all of your purses? Well, probably not. No. Does anybody ever really need any of the things that they buy? Probably not. But this is a color that I do not have. I had a gold metallic that was Coach, and I love that one, but I have never had a silver metallic. And I think silver can just cross many, many seasons. I really wouldn't even mind carrying it for the Christmas holiday season, but I think it can be winter, spring, summer, and maybe fall. I sort of associate fall more with gold maybe than silver, but I don't know, I just thought it would be kind of neat. Plus, a lot of the Tory Burch purses, if you've ever looked at them, many of them are relatively small, especially the ones that I would be able to sort of afford. The bigger bags get up into the 5 and 6 and 700s, and I can't do that. So this one was on sale. She's still having a sale on her site, I think. I haven't looked in a few days, but I think there's still some sale going on. Anyway, I had looked at the sale right after Christmas, and like I said, I just didn't see anything. So a couple of weeks ago, I looked back on the site because I got an email that said that they had added some extra pieces to their sale. So I thought, okay, well, I'll go on and look and see what's been added. And this particular purse, plus a few other items, were added, and because I didn't remember seeing a silver metallic bag. So anyway, let's see what it looks like. So when I get into it, of course we're going right here and opening the brown paper, and it comes packaged like so. So if this is too noisy, I will cut out. I know it's kind of annoying to hear the plastic rumblings, so I'll try to cut out any of that that's sort of annoying, but we'll get into this. Now, when I was looking at the bag and the price that it was and the amount that my husband had given me, and I had I had a little bit over what he had. Okay, I'll just tell you, he gave me $250 for my gift. All right, so the purse that I purchased is called the Small Virginia Metallic Messenger, and it had retailed for $268, and it was on sale at one point for $189. But then there was a private sale for people who, I've signed up on the website because I've purchased before. So I do have an account, on the site. So if you were signed up with them, they let you know about this private sale that was another percentage off of that sale price. And you know that that's how I roll. I like to find things on sale, and then I like an additional amount off of that sale, which sort of justifies for me being able to buy what it is I'm liking. So I believe that it was another $20 off of that. So I think it ended up costing like $169 or $167 is what I'm remembering in cost. And of course my gift card was $250. So I knew that I had a little bit extra, and what was I going to do? I could definitely save it and add it to something later. But as you heard, if you did my purse review, you know that I love a matching billfold with my purses if I can possibly get one. Now at the time they did have a couple of silver options, but they were not the style that I like particularly. They did not hold enough for me. So I thought, well, let me look through the billfolds for just a minute and see what they have. So I had found a wallet that was in an icy blue color. The color, actually, they called it Geyser, and it's called the Small Kyra Diamond Quilt Pave Logo Zip Around Wallet. Wow, that's a big long name for a little billfold. And because it's icy blue, it has a silver metal zipper and pull, and it also has a silver metal Tory Burch symbol on the front of it, which is, I thought, okay, it's got enough silver on it that it's going to match this bag really pretty. And I didn't want any other color of billfold, particularly, you know, black would have gone with it really well, but you know how much I love blue. So I thought, oh, that would be kind of neat if I could get one that is in this beautiful icy blue color that is very similar to the color that I've painted in my bathroom. So that's what I did. So I purchased that, and the wallet had retailed for $198. It was on sale for $139, but on the private sale, it was $119, which, you know, that's a lot for a little tiny wallet. I know there's a lot of construction that goes into a smaller leather good, but here you're getting a big purse for $167, and then you're paying $119 for this little bitty leather wallet, which has never made much sense to me, but that's just the way it rolls. I mean, that's what you see when you look at Coach and Dooney and Burke and all my other favorite semi-designer purses that I've looked at. And forgive my voice, because being out in that weather and that cold wind, it kind of zapped my talking ability, so forgive that. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into this, and I'll let you see the purse that I bought. So I've got the plastic packaging undone. We're going to get into the tissue part of it. And I just love unboxings. I like seeing people unwrap their items. And so under plastic, they had this extra piece that was underneath the bag like this. You know, these companies always do a really nice job of packaging their items. So here's what we got so far. And I'm going to cut out this part because it's going to be a little bit noisy. All right, we're to this part right here. And in order to get the rest of the tissue off, I'm going to have to unsnap the buckles. So I'm going to unsnap each side. And I think that's also nice how they protect the buckle section by putting the tissue underneath. So here we go, taking off that part of the tissue. And then inside the bag, there's an extra insert for protecting the overlay. So this is what I've got. This is the little silver metallic Virginia bag. And I just thought it was super cute. Not anything like I have. Very, very different from what I usually purchase. But small enough that it's not, you know, heavy. In fact, it's very, very light. But not so small. If you see a lot of the Tory Burch bags, they are so tiny now. A lot of the bags that are popular are just little bitty, like you can almost fit basically your phone and maybe a small flat wallet and a lipstick, and you're kind of done. And I want to be able to carry a little bit more than that, so I wanted one just a little bit bigger. Now this one was called a small messenger, so you know the larger messenger of course would have been almost maybe too big for me. But anyway, here is the Tory Burch symbol right here on the front, And these are magnetic, so you don't have to worry about any of the, you know, having to pull out this part right here. So it's just magnetic on each side. So we're gonna get into that and take out the stuffing. And I keep the stuffing because when I put my bags away and am not carrying them at the time, I like very much to put the stuffing back in to help hold the shape of the purse or the bag. All right, so they've got the strap attached with a piece of white string. So I'm gonna get that undone and then we'll see what it looks like put all together. All right, so I snipped the string and I know that I'm gonna keep the bag because this is what I've been looking at for quite some time, about 2 or 3 weeks. So they also protect the silver metallic pulls with a little piece of tissue paper. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this part right here that holds the strap. And another thing that made me choose this bag was I absolutely adore the size of the strap. You know, I talked about some of the bags they make these days have that slender leather strap. If you put it over your shoulder, for me, it just digs into my shoulder, especially if I have maybe too much in my purse. But I love the thicker strap so that when you do put it over your shoulder, you've got some extra, you know, width there so that it doesn't dig into your shoulder. Now the strap is really, really pretty. It is super metallic and shiny. I don't know if that shows up on camera, but it's really pretty. Let's see, it is slightly adjustable here, so I can move that if I need to. And then of course it has the swing around opening right here so that you can adjust it how it needs to be over your shoulder. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the strap on so that we can see what it looks like on the little loops or the rings. And the tag I will take off shortly. I'm gonna leave it on for just a little bit. I'm not gonna take it off yet. And then on the inside, it almost looks like a spacesuit to me. I'm not as crazy about the inside maybe as I am the outside. So this kind of looks like foil, but the outside is a little bit more substantial than the inside. So we're gonna see how that holds up, you know, as far as being punctured or torn. So inside the bag, this is what we've got going on. There is one full pocket on this side, and on the other side, we've got a zipper pull and the Tory Burch symbol tag here. And let's see what else. Now that's all. Oh, that's kind of neat that they have silver on each side of the zipper pull so that it sort of gives that zipper some extra added protection when you're zipping and unzipping. So good zipping, you know, I always like the way that zipper goes. It's got to be like butter or I will not buy it. So that sounds good. And then the opening where the zipper is large enough for me to be able to put items that I usually put in that section. Okay, so that looks really good. And let's see. Over here on the side, you're gonna have the little strip of sewn in tagging, which lets you know that it is made in Cambodia. That's interesting. And it does have a number on it. So that's also how you can tell it's authentically made by Tory Burch Company. Okay, on the front, where it has these things, there's an added zipper section. So we're gonna open this up and there's probably stuffing in it as well as a coating on the zipper pull. So we're gonna pull off that tissue. And yes, there's some stuffing in this section too, so I'm gonna pull that out. And, oh, this is kind of like a camera bag. I love that camera bag style. So nice, good opening in that section. Great here. And then on the back, there is an open pocket here, which is also magnetic. So we've got an opening on the front and on the back. There and here. So lots of things that I can put in here, but yet not so big that it's overwhelming, you know. So I think it's going to be really nice as just something that I haven't had before. I did at one time, I think the designers were doing some metallic things, maybe, was it a year ago or something? I'm not so sure about maybe now, which is probably why this went on sale. But yeah, I think it's really neat. It's going to be nice. All right, so let's see how it looks on and how it feels. Usually when I have a shoulder bag like this, my arm or my hand stays right here in this area. So that helps me hold on to it, doesn't come off my shoulder, and I don't know, just, you know, having my thumb in this area and wrapping it around. This is how I walk all over everywhere with my bags that go over my shoulder. But I think it is a nice size, not too big, not too small, very light. I think that's what I'm loving about it right now, is that it is so light, so that by the time I pack my things inside, it's not going to be so extremely heavy like many of the leather purses are. All right, so that is the messenger bag. Now let's take a look at the wallet. So again, it is packaged in the plastic like so. We're going to get into that. And then it has tissue paper around it, so it is taped down. So let me rustle through that and get it open. Now, if you remember, my other Tory Burch bag was a tan bag, and it was an open, sort of not really a bucket bag, but it was more of a rectangle type bag with an opening top with a flap over fold. And the billfold that I got with it is very similar to this, except it's not quilted. This one has a quilted leather to it, but you see how the symbol is in silver and the pull is in, oh, excuse me, the pull is in leather. So it's a leather pull instead of a silver pull. But the silver here, I thought, would match very well with the silver bag. And because this is kind of an icy blue called Geyser, I thought, how cute would that be with the silver bag? And I think it matches very well. You know, it's not the same. This doesn't have quilting. This does. If that doesn't bother you, and it doesn't bother me, that it's not an exact match, but a similar match as far as like the silver accessory parts, then, you know, I think that would be really cute. So I liked this billfold because when you open it up, you've got these card sections here. You've got an entry in this side, an entry in this side, and then an entry billfold style here. And then there is the zipper for change, and it is a 1 1/4 zip entry. And I don't usually carry a whole ton of coins, but it's big enough that it can hold coins. Usually this is where I stash my extra cash. I fold it up and stick it in there and keep it zipped up so it won't, you know, be mixed up with my other cash. But yeah, this is the kind of billfold that I prefer. It's flat, yet it holds a lot or enough, and it's real buttery. I really like the feel of this one. I will tell you, I'm not as crazy about the feel of this, just because it sort of feels space suity-ish, but it's cute. It's not gonna bother me at all, and it's gonna be something neat to carry. And the more I'm looking at it, the more I think that it's gonna be fun for spring and summer. Not maybe so much for winter. I think maybe spring and summer the most. I don't know. I'll have to look and see what people have said about what seasons they like to carry a metallic purse in. Maybe you know. Do you know when you would carry more of a metallic color, or does it matter? For me, it doesn't matter. I'll carry all the purses, and you know, whatever. It won't matter. But I do think. But I do think it's cute. I think it's going to be fun to carry, and I'm really tickled that I was able to get both. Now you're probably added up and you said, okay, 167 plus 119. All right, I just discovered on my iPad, and I have an older iPad. This is a large iPad Pro that almost looked like a laptop. when I access my calculator, which I haven't done on this in quite some time, it wants you to buy a monthly subscription. Premium Weekly, App Store, 99 cents a week. Are you kidding me? Calculator Pro Plus for the iPad. Wow. Okie doke. So you know what we're going to do with that? We're going to go on my iPad and we are going to delete that right now. Remove the app. Absolutely am I not going to pay 99 cents a week to use a calculator. Okay, that's beyond ridiculous. When I have a calculator on my phone. Of course, I can't use the phone calculator because I'm filming with my phone. So, there's that. I did not know that. That is very interesting. Well, I got completely off of purses. Sorry. All right, so 169 plus 119. That amount comes to $288, and then of course there was, I think it was free shipping, I'm pretty sure. But of course the tax on top of that. So I ended up paying, I think, around $52 over my gift card. So really, I ended up spending 300 and something. 300 and, maybe 320, I don't know. I'd have to go calculate that. But anyway, so you kind of look at it and you think, all right, these two things on sale were $300. Wow. That's a lot. So if they had not been on sale, we would be going, if you went to the original price, $198. Okay, so $198 for the billfold, full price. $268 for the metallic messenger, full price. Those two together would be $466 plus tax and whatnot. So I spent 300 and I'm going to say 20. I don't know exactly what it was. So there's the savings that you can see for both of them, which is not a big savings, but I guess for a semi designer bag. I say semi because to me designer bags are like the Gucci and the Louis Vuitton, Chanel, you know, those type bags. So the semis for me would be like Coach, Kate Spade, Dooney and Burke, those kind of purses. And there's so many other brands out there that are so good. I'm just stuck on those particular ones. That's why I always think of them, and that's why I always say those. So is it worth it? Of course it is when you're saving the money and not having to pay full price. But you know, it's not a great savings. So I don't know. I don't know if it would be called a super savings on a bag like this. I think probably it would be better to just go to the outlet, because the outlets do have a much better sale, you know, when you go to them. But I don't have the ability to run to an outlet store to look at the purses, and usually they're a couple years behind, which doesn't matter to me at all. I don't care what year they were produced or anything, as long as I like them and I think that they're pretty. So that is my unboxing for today with Tory Burch. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you like them. Do you think I made a good purchase or not? I don't know. We'll see. I just have so many others. I don't think that I wanted to have a different color particularly. And staying a little bit more neutral was kind of my idea. Plus getting into the metallic part of it. So anyway. All right, so I showed you earlier what I wore today, and it was very comfortable. It's just quite chilly here. We had a 75 degree day yesterday. Today we're barely going to get up into the 40s, I think, and you saw the snow earlier. So Texas weather in March is just crazy. It always has been from ever since I can remember. And March is my birthday month. So it kind of matches the way I am, just kind of crazy and all over the place and very, very eclectic. There's so many things that I like and so many things I like to do, so it just it kind of matches that I'm just off the wall and doing this and that all the time. So anyway, I'm looking forward to this soup later. It's going to be really, really good. I'm going to have to go after my husband in a bit because of the weather. And thank you so much for joining me on this, and I appreciate it very much. If you are new to my channel, my name is Lora. I'm a retired teacher, and I am just doing these videos for fun. I think it's kind of interesting and neat to explore adventures and film it. And I watch so many YouTubers. I have many YouTubers that I follow, and I enjoy what they do. I can't really copy them exactly, but I get very good ideas from them. And I talked to my daughter about this when I retired. I said, you know, if those people can do videos, I think I would like to try it too. Now, my goal eventually, and it may not happen, and if it doesn't, that's God's will, but I would like to grow big enough to be able to monetize my channel. I would really like for companies to send me things. I love to do reviews. I love to do researching. And so that's my goal until you can't do it anymore, or until YouTube is not a thing anymore. And of course I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's gone for quite some time. So I think people really enjoy YouTube, and I do too. I enjoy watching people's lives, and I love what they share. I enjoy it very much. And so that is my goal. How close am I? Not very close, because I think, if I remember correctly, you have to have 1,000 subscribers, and I do not. And you have to have so many hours of viewing. So I'm far, far, far away. But it's just a goal of mine, something that I'm thinking about, something that I would like very much to happen. And yes, I am an older person. I will be 67 this month. But honest to goodness, I feel inside like I'm in my 30s. I don't feel much older than my daughter, really. I look at that, yes, but I have said before in my videos, I want to stay active and vibrant, and I want to do things and go places and make a difference. And I love sharing my faith on my channel. I always have a Bible scripture at the end of my videos, and I also have them in my description box. I am a Christian woman, and I very much lead that lifestyle and depend on the Lord for everything. And I'm always praying for our country and praying for all of you. I have had some prayer requests, and that is great. I will be happy to pray for you if you have a request. And thank you for your prayers for me and thinking of me. So blessings to all of you. Thank you for joining me. God bless, and I will see you next time on Lora Loves Life.